We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Now they can't bring him down. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Levis will look to throw on the first play from scrimmage. And his first pass is incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Levis on third down. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. But you look at this defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around it. Number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They've tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
To kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before...
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Jackson. Dancing away at the 35. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. In motion right, that's Hyatt.
Great. Goldfish.
Throwing Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first.
Gano out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Third and short, it's Levis. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready? Hawk 70.
1st and 10, it's Levis. That's swung out to Mostert. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Mostert. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd down and 6 now. Again, it's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Jones. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
2nd and 10. Here's Levis. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Levis. And that is incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
With it is Jackson. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
They need 12 here. It's third down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Second down, here's Levis. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Giants 27, Dolphins nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Levis looking to throw. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. Touchdown, Dolphins! Robbie Chosen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now down to 20. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, here's Barkley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Levis now on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Levis now off of play action. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 24-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now Levis. And he slings one that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, my goodness, I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Dom Capers. Ladybug. Other side.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. He's across midfield. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Levis on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Levis back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
Back now in Miami. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Here's Mostert. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? One more time with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense in the...
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Levis. That's caught by Chosen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things down. And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Okay, here we go. Bama, Bama, Bama. Gold gutter, gold gutter, gold gutter. Triple right, Pacino. Triple right.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Okay, here we go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 190 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Jones. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Hill on the return. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go now.
Levis to throw it. That one complete to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to speed things up here. Levis to throw once more. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Levis to throw off play action. Rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Flush to his right. It's Hill, complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it fourth down. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 24 now, here's second down and 2. A run between the tackles with Breida. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Matt Breida, 76 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to that lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
41, Dolphins 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A second down throw from Levis. This pass complete to Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 1st and 10. Here's Levis. To the sideline and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Second and 10. Here's Levis. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
3rd and short. It's Levis. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here we go, 4th down, Levis. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Here we go.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win.